It's a busy day yesterday. Turned out 5 snowblowers yesterday, and then last evening I had 2 more show up. So it's Tuesday, and all the weatherman needs to say is snow in the Northeast here, Pennsylvania, and everybody just starts showing up, which is good. Not complaining. I see though, in my tiredness last evening, I left the cord that I was using to use the electric start on, or start the snowblowers with the electric starters. I left it lay out there in the partially in the rain or under the garage doors. I was trying to suck in the last 2 snowblowers last evening before it rained. The infamous Tuma smoker. Oh boy. You know, these are kind of set up like the Lawn Boys. They have a plastic carburetor. They're absolutely terrible to work on in most cases because at least this one is. No, it's plastic. It's plastic, metal. I can't tell. Or a mixture of plastic and metal. They're a little sketchy, and because we haven't had snow up here in Pennsylvania really for about 2 years. I can imagine that one there is probably going to be a real biscuit. So we're going to go ahead and take a minute to turn these on there. Turning this one on its front end here because that way I don't have to bend over the whole time and it's easier to get to the carburetor. Hopefully this one will be easy to turn out pretty quickly. You know, the Tukusa motor on these. Yeah, they're decent little motors. Almost a Briggs & Stratton knockoff. First thing I always like to do is gas doesn't smell bad, but that doesn't mean that the owner didn't go ahead and try to pop gas into it before they tried to start it. So I don't remember what this one showed up here for. This one definitely showed up because he said he couldn't get it to start. So let's smell the gas on this one too. Oh, fresh gas in that one too. So again, carburetor probably has a little bit of schleck in the Well, that could have started out the date real nice. This is why you should pick your tools up. Yeah, you know, nothing like having that go to the bottom of your shoe. What do I do? I just throw it right back on the ground. I had to move indoors today because it's raining outside. It's sleeting, raining. I'm probably not going to edit any of this video. You'll see some ass crack. Sorry for the pants. I lay the cardboard down so I don't scratch up the front of this. So maybe we'll. And when you do that, some of the chutes will stick out beyond the front of that. So let's see. Maybe we can get you in a little closer here without breaking glasses. This is how to quickly troubleshoot a snowblower. Yeah, sorry, I think that's about the best you're going to get there. So, this is a older Tecumseh. And the older Tecumseh is a 13 millimeter nut on the bottom, if I remember. On that float bowl, there is a spring here. And it does look like, yeah, has a tinge of bad gas in it. Let's see, where'd it go? 13 millimeter. I also have a really bad habit when I get tired at night. I walk into my house with all the tools in my pocket. I mean, I know it's a 13, but maybe I get lucky with 6.5, half dozen and another, right? Oops. So if you want to avoid trying to make a big mess on your garage floor, if you're doing this in your pretty garage, I mean, I don't have a pretty garage, I just have a very small garage, and I didn't even look to see how much gas he had in there. I don't think it was very much, but doesn't look terrible. A little bit of crud in the bottom there. I'm going to try not to go ahead and mess with the gaskets because I don't feel like replacing the gasket. We want to look at it on these though, is the actual main jet here, and fuel delivered to the main jet. So if you have a sewing needle at home, you can take a small sewing needle and run it through there. If you have a piece of guitar string laying around, you can use a piece of guitar string. I'm going to see if I can find my guitar string. This looks like a D, maybe. Maybe a G. But you can take that and run it through here, and it did feel a little crunchy. And then the top as well. And you're going to need the smaller side, so hopefully you got a B laying around, or an E I should say. This might be a B. Not sure how it got all crinkled on the end there, but I think I'm going to clip it. Actually, a straight piece. Get that my foot later. So, a straight piece like that. I know it's hard to see. And right down the center, because the gunk on the dirt likes to pick up in there. And if you got we can go over to Wally World, or probably Wally World. Everybody's got a Wally World, Walmart, and their neighborhood. Somewhere in this cluster of a mess, I got a can of carb spray cleaner. Maybe, yes, no, maybe so. Outside with all the other crap. What gravy. I use 2+2 gum cutter with a small end, and take your pickup here. That's what you're looking for. Some of them have, some of the pickups will have, let me see if I can see it on this one. This guy looks like he has bamboo at home. I have a smaller pickup right there as well. You'll want to hit that with the small tool as well, or the tip of a needle. Yep. Make sure the dirt's out of that. It's only on that side, and then push it back down through, because you may have knocked some dirt out, and then push it back through this side as well. So, and then with the carburetor itself, and I probably can't zoom in because, well, let's see. Yeah, I can't zoom in, unfortunately. Let's see. How about on this side? Oh, Lord. I'll see if it fails. Take your needle, sewing needle or whatever, and just poke it up in there as well. Fish it around. This is just a quick and dirty. You're trying to just free up the passages and hope that, shoot for the stars, hope for the best type of thing. I can see just based on my observations here, this might require a little bit more disassembly, but we're gonna wipe the dirt off the float bowl here, and we're gonna take our curb spray cleaner and try to bend it in here without losing the nozzle. And you know, if the floats, want to look at this, if the float's moving, the needle most likely is moving as well. And I just kind of look up in there and see if the needle's moving behind that. You don't want to get too aggressive with this stuff. You can quickly break stuff out. So just kind of give it a good once over. I'm not going to worry about the inside of the bowl because it doesn't look terrible. Yeah, we'll just give it a little wipe. Just make sure. Yeah, I'm gonna, normally I would clean up the outside ring, but I don't see any loose debris, so I'm not gonna get excited about it. The gasket on this one's pretty well shot, but since we have snow coming on, let's make sure I got this in the right spot. When you're doing this, you want to make sure that is kind of lined up like that. Now the top of the float rests on the flat part of the bowl. And there's a little stop gauge there as well, and that helps to regulate the fuel going into the intake in this unit. It's a flat head. I've seen some of them are coming in now that comes through that has the half inch that has the overhead valve in it. Pain in the butt to work on because you gotta take a lot of extra stuff off, and be very careful when you're taking the extra stuff off, because you don't want it to you don't want to bust things off in it. Oh, my back. You don't have to get all gorilla-like on that. You just have to make sure it's snug enough. I don't know what the torque specifications are actually supposed to be on that. I imagine maybe 5 pounds, if that. Newton meters, whatever. So we're gonna just set this down. We're gonna zoom back out, set it down, zoom back out. Gonna move you back to the other spot. Pan you back up so you're not looking at the do as I say, not as I do type of scenario. Make sure you have proper ventilation. You're not working in your garage. You're getting exhaust poisoning. That would be stupid. just as stupid as leaving your plug in the, oh no, leaving your plug in the ring and then busting your ground off of it. That really wasn't a ground anyways, it's just a fake ground. Fake ground. It's a faux ground. I'm gonna go ahead and plug it in. How much gas do we have in it? Not really a whole lot in there, but gets a lot of gas. Always bring it to me with a little bit of gas in it, right? I gotta go to the gas station myself. That much gas already, but working out the dirt. actually have that float pull off just a little bit. But the Tecumsehs always seem to, the carburetors always seem to run real rich. Yep, there's number one. So I'll let that individual know that his, hopefully this is still recording, but that's ready to go.